Hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next.
Tank want a rematch. Do you let me know now? Do you want to fight Tank again? He said he open to do a rematch. Do you want to fight Tank
100%.
again?
It's only a matter of time. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight again. It's just whenever the fight gonna happen.
So it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Okay. They said they want it in New York again. Do you want to fight again in the Barclays Center?
I wouldn't mind, but I'd love for it to be in DC.
Okay. Cool.
I'd love for it to be in DC.
Remain in your seats. Boxing fans are talking about Devon Tank. Following their contentious draw on March 1st, Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. are preparing for an incredible rematch. Rumor has it that both sides are keen to settle the score in the boxing world. The rematch is very close, according to Gary Jonas, Roach's promoter, and in my opinion, it's a done deal, though there are still some formalities to complete. Davis is apparently more motivated and may put retirement thoughts on hold. This upcoming fight is sure to be thrilling. You won't want to miss this showdown.
Important question on everyone's mind. How close is the rematch? How big will it be? How close is it to getting done?
It's very close. It's in my mind, it's a done deal, but there are formalities, but it's a done deal and it's not far off. I can't give you more than that right now, but what I can tell you is that it's going to be an interesting fight. I think you've got dynamics. You've got Gervonta, who's probably going to be angry, probably woken up, probably more focused than he has been, not talking about retirement. That's a factor.
The boxing community was ablaze with controversy and a sense of expectation for a rematch following Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach Jr.'s first fight on March 1, 2025. With Davis scoring 115-113 and 2 of 114-114, the bout at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, finished in a majority tie. Referee Steve Willis's decision to not count Davis's knee in the 9th round, which many felt should have resulted in a knockdown for Roach, was a turning point that generated discussions among both fans and commentators.
Welcome into the ProBox TV studio. The story we've been dealing with all week, the fallout, of course, from Lamont Roach Jr. and Gervonta Davis. The fight ended up being a majority draw. The controversy around a 9th round knockout that was not called by the referee that would have completely changed the outcome of the fight and perhaps changed boxing history.
For me, Tank Davis is fighting a minus 1,600 as your main event odds is crazy to me, dude. That's crazy. That underdog lived up to the hype. He ended up, overperforming. Lamont Roach, credit to him, all this other stuff. And it took some politics to keep Davis as champion. You ever see guys getting the referee their own fight? Dude, anybody else takes that knee, you're getting counted, bro. The referee, actually, his instinct, if you watch that, the referee's instinct was to count. If you notice, Steve Willis started counting, and then he looked at the timekeeper outside the ring, wasn't counting, and he stopped counting. So you get to call your own timeout. Earlier in the fight, if you saw that shoulder barge that Tank did to Roach in the clinch, he didn't get a warning, but Roach's reaction got the warning. This is the politics we're dealing with. You keep doing this, you're looking at short-term money and long-term destruction of a sport.
He take a knee. You need to lose like 10-8 that round at least, no? And plus the corner go up and put a towel in the face. That's a disqualification for sure. I'm talking about the rules, but it's not my business.
According to the critics, Davis purposefully took a knee in the 9th round of his bout with Roach in order to throw off Roach's rhythm and take back control of the bout. By willingly falling, Davis might have been trying to buy himself a few more seconds to recover rather than risk being overpowered by Roach's vicious attack. Many supporters and commentators think that this was a seasoned approach to slow Roach's progress.
When has the last time somebody stood in the pocket versus Gervonta Tank Davis and survived? The last person that attempted to do it was Leo Santa Cruz, and that man's head is still rolling somewhere around the arena. And I say that respectfully with no remorse. That's why what Lamont Roach did last Saturday night was so absolutely amazing. Lamont Roach, in the pre-fight press conference, that was one of the few fighters that was not terrified of Gervonta Tank Davis. That's right. And the man flat out put on a show.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
He proved Two-Tone the Superstar wrong. He proved everybody wrong, and that man went ahead and cooked. and he gets robbed by the New York State Athletic Commission. And these people acknowledge that the knee that Gervonta Tank Davis took was a knockdown. They acknowledge this. They say, yes, it was a knockdown, but now they are saying, well, we don't know how the rest of the fight would have went on. Maybe Tank might have turned up. When the last time you seen Tank turn up? Gervonta Tank Davis might be a front runner. I say that respectfully. And to go ahead and keep it real with y'all, I think that knee that Tank took was because Lamont Roach was in a rhythm and Gervonta Davis tried to throw this man off a rhythm. Do I believe the Murray's sport waves, the soul glow was in his eye? Absolutely not. I believe that man Tank got nerve-eye and said, hold on, this man Lamont Roach is cooking. I need to take me a quick timeout and a quick break. It's nasty, it's horrible, it's disgusting. It's bad enough how hard and difficult it is to beat this man. Most fighters is weight drained. Most fighters has clauses on them. So when somebody who's coming up is able to compete with Gervonta Tank Davis, you handicap the man with trash rulings.
But when talking about the contentious moment in Gervonta Davis's fight with Roach, boxing fan Leonardus Maximus IV didn't mince words. He pointed out that Davis took a clean jab, with the majority of the impact landing on his left eye. The same eye his corner had to tend to in between rounds. Many people think that moment should have been declared a knockdown in favor of Roach, adding to the controversy that surrounded the fight after it ended. As he tweeted, "This isn't a good look for Gervonta Davis. He took a clean jab with the brunt of the impact landing on his left eye, the same one he had his corner 10 to. This should have been ruled a clear knockdown for Lamont Roach."
It wasn't a braid. It wasn't oil in his eye. Tank got peppered. Jab, jab, cross. Listen to Lamont Roach talk about when he knocked Tank down in the 9th and the 10-8 wasn't called. Even wild, Lamont Roach is yelling at the ref.
Knockdown that wasn't in round number 9. Gervonta Davis takes a knee, landed a right hand, and 2 jabs afterward. What were you thinking when this happened?
Man, I was surprised, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I thought it was a 10-8. Like that's what really was going on. Like, but like I was confused when he looked at the ref, but when he took the knee, I was like, and I grasped the concept that he was on the ground. I was like, that's a 10-8. Yeah. Simple.
You asked him, right? Why you stopped counting?
Yeah, I asked him literally. I said, why you stop counting?
Now, to Lamont's point, you will see it and you will hear it. Him ask the referee to keep counting. Here it is.
Nobody knows what's going on.
ESPN experts were similarly outspoken in their criticism of Davis's performance and the events leading up to the 9th round. They questioned the veracity of Davis's justification and voiced concerns on his focus and readiness. According to Smith, boxing distractions can be expensive. Champions need to make sure they're emotionally and physically ready. Kellerman went on to say that the occurrence calls into question Davis's training schedule and meticulousness.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's Rock Solid, the beast of rap. Big baby! Yo, man, I got some good ass videos and takes on this Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis fight. If you have not seen it, you need to go look at it now. Go look from the first one to the last one. All right? Don't go from the top to the bottom. Go and look for the video I did immediately after the fight and then watch after, bro. Talking about everything. But Stephen A. Smith chimed in on the Gervonta Davis or Lamont Roach fight. I want y'all to know what Stephen A. Smith says. I was stunned. Lamont Roach posted this on his Instagram profile. He said, I gotta stand down and give mad respect to Lamont Roach. Brother fought one hell of a fight. This was a damn close fight. Gervonta taking a knee should have been a knockdown. Either way, Roach has skills. Fought his ass off. Deserves nothing but respect. He earned the boxing world's attention tonight. He has mine. Thought he'd be too small. I was wrong. Roach is special.
During the post-fight interview, Davis addressed the audience's reaction and revealed that the incident was caused by a hair treatment he had received 2 days before the fight. He explained that the grease from the treatment combined with his perspiration during the bout generating a burning feeling in his eyes. Davis bemoaned the alcohol, stressing that his actions were a sincere reaction to the sudden annoyance and not an effort to control the dynamics of the battle.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
Well, what is?
You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it in a minute.
Despite admitting the error, the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the initial ruling, leaving Pooh unhappy but more motivated than ever to win a rematch. In the aftermath, Pooh's team requested that the draw be overturned, citing the referee's error.
It ain't no timeouts in boxing. Why are you taking? You know that. You should know that. So that's the thing where I'm like confused because that's supposed to be a knockdown. That's a 10-8 round. If that's a 10-8 round, I win the fight. So you know what I'm saying? Like that draw turned into a 115-114 my way.
Going in, okay, it's round 10, right? You see that you down on the scorecard.
Roach entered the ring as the underdog, but he proved everyone wrong from the first bell. He put on a show that silenced critics and cemented his place among boxing's elite, demanding respect and a well-earned rematch. Roach also showed off his skill, resilience, and sheer determination against the heavily favored Gervonta Davis. He landed crisp combinations.
I just so happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed
Right.
for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's gonna be soon. I'm hoping it's gonna be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
When has the last time somebody stood in the pocket versus Gervonta Tank Davis and survived? The last person that attempted to do it was Leo Santa Cruz, and that man's head is still rolling somewhere around the arena. And I say that respectfully with no remorse. That's why what Lamont Roach did last Saturday night was so absolutely amazing. Lamont Roach, in the pre-fight press conference, that was one of the few fighters that was not terrified of Gervonta Tank Davis. That's right. And the man flat out put on a show.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
He proved Two-Tone the Superstar wrong. He proved everybody wrong, and that man went ahead and cooked, and he gets robbed by the New York State Athletic Commission. And these people acknowledge that the knee that Gervonta Tank Davis took was a knockdown. They acknowledge this. They say, yes, it was a knockdown, but now they are saying, well, we don't know how the rest of the fight would have went on. Maybe Tank might have turned up. When the last time you seen Tank turn up? Gervonta Tank Davis might be a front runner. I say that respectfully. And to go ahead and keep it real with y'all, I think that knee that Tank took was because Lamont Roach was in a rhythm and Gervonta Davis tried to throw this man off a rhythm. Do I believe the Murray's sport waves, the soul glow was in his eye? Absolutely not. I believe that man Tank got nerve-eye and said, hold on, this man Lamont Roach is cooking. I need to take me a quick timeout and a quick break. It's nasty, it's horrible, it's disgusting. It's bad enough how hard and difficult it is to beat this man. Most fighters is weight trained. Most fighters has clauses on them. So when somebody who's coming up is able to compete with Gervonta Tank Davis, you handicap the man with trash rulings.
Stephen A. Smith, a sports analyst, voiced worries about Pooch's size disadvantage against Davis. Smith said, "My problem is that I think the Roach is too small. I have no doubts about his skill level or anything." Former interim WBC lightweight champion Ryan Garcia expressed this viewpoint, saying, "I don't think Roach has the firepower to hold off Tank. I think he's got great skills, but you really have no chance."
Give you my picks on 3 fights taking place Saturday night at the Barclays Center in New York City between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, Gary Russell versus Jose Valenzuela, and Sandor Martin versus Alberto Puello. Gervonta Davis uses knocks somebody out inside of 85 punches because he's clearly capable of that. But I just see this as being a kind of fight where he's going to have to run him down. He's going to have to walk him down, rather, and he's going to have to throw some punches before he ultimately catches him. And that's how I view it. So I'm going to go with more on this particular one. Next up.
According to reports, Davis is approaching the rematch with increased intensity, possibly putting aside earlier discussions of retirement to concentrate solely on this crucial fight. Davis is known for his knockout power and previously flawless record, and the draw against Roach was a rare blemish that he is definitely eager to erase.
I feel like Tank overall, like the bigger picture, he just wasn't focused for real. He, doing a lot of arguing in the ring and just a lot of stuff that wasn't like, he wasn't just focused. He wasn't all the way locked in the ring. You heard him say something like, it's a lot of things going on outside the ring that he was leading up to the fight, and shit, that's natural, you know what I'm saying? It's normal. Shit, I was going through the same thing with this last fight, you know, so I just feel like he just wasn't focused.
Coach Barry Hunter acknowledged that Lamont Roach was able to maintain his competitiveness during the fight because Gervonta Davis occasionally dropped his jab. In addition to making the fight closer than it should have been in the latter rounds, Davis' inconsistent use of the jab, a crucial tool for managing distance and setting up power shots. Regarding how many rounds were left, Davis was perplexed.
Outcome of the fight, and if you thought that them knowing each other and growing up together contributed to the performance.
Yes and no. I thought that Tank was boxing early on. I thought we abandoned our jab somewhat in the fight a little bit. But down the stretch, I thought maybe, I believe, 2 or 3 rounds, I can't remember, Calvin, was one of the rounds that...
We needed 3 rounds, and he it just went like, like we said, we looked at 3 rounds. Barry was calling out, yo, I need 3. We got 1. I need 2.
In his recent analysis of Gervonta Davis's behavior prior to his rematch with Lamont Roach Jr., boxing pundit Timothy Bradley emphasized that Davis's confidence, regardless of how others see him, indicates a dangerous mindset for his opponent, who will respond to Davis's laid-back attitude. As he tweeted, "Whether he looks zesty or not, he knows who he is. There's a superpower to that, and he's going to take that out on Lamont Roach." Bradley implied that Davis has reached a place where he isn't bothered by outside opinions, which might result in an even more overpowering performance in the ring. "I'm sorry for Roach." Bradley suggests that Davis's confidence may encourage an even more concentrated and aggressive performance, making him a greater threat in the rematch.
Right? The first one we saw was he stood alone. He stood alone on the platform. He did the whole conference by himself, right? Press tour by himself, and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? I respect a man that can stand on his own 2 feet, for real. But this one right here, having that picture leak, him looking real zesty and not giving a fuck. Whoo! Trying to tell y'all, my man is on a new level. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that song? We on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Yes, my dude is on a new level, man, because he know who he is. There's a power in knowing who you is. Most people don't know who the hell they are, right? They don't know who the hell they are. They think they know, but they really don't know who they are. It takes you a while to figure out. We're constantly evolving as a human, right? Constantly evolving, right? But now you know. Tank know now. So that's why he don't give a damn. Having that power, that superpower, not giving a damn. And see, that's the reason why I can come to you guys, come to YouTube. I can, sit in front of you. I can hear the boos. I can hear the, you didn't beat Pacquiao. I can hear the big head, the milk dud, the coon, the, all the names that everybody always call me. That's why I can sit here and just still be myself and do what I do, because I just don't give a about what anybody thinks. And Tank has gotten that superpower too now, baby. He just don't give a. Tank gonna be Tank. Tank gonna do what Tank gonna do. That's just it. Whether he looking zesty or not, he know who he is. There's a superpower to that. And guess who he gonna take that out on? He gonna take that out on Lamont Roach, man. I feel sorry for Roach. Roach is a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. He is. But I'm telling you, this Tank right here is different. It's a different dude. Alright? Did y'all see the weight too? Did y'all see the weight? The dude can fight tomorrow. The dude can fight today. The dude can fight whenever. It's a few weeks away, a few months away from the fight. Woo. I'm telling y'all, locked in.
Lamont Roach Sr. is adamant that his son, Lamont Roach Jr., should have won the fight against Gervonta Davis because he feels that his son performed better than Davis and should have been given the victory by the judges. When he says, "We should have had our hand raised," he is expressing his belief that the decision was unfair and that the fight was, in his opinion, taken away from his son. Roach Sr. highlights that the fight between his son and Gervonta Davis was not just about power and aggression, but rather a highly tactical contest. He refers to it as a high IQ boxing match, meaning that both fighters displayed advanced skills and instead of carelessly trading blows, reading each other's moves to set traps and avoid errors.
We should have got a decision, but this boxing, we didn't. It was a great fight, like I expected. But I knew my son was game. Training camp, he was so focused and locked in. I knew that we was gonna put on a great performance, and it was kind of like stolen away from him a little bit with the decision. But the world got to see how good he is, so that's the plus to come out of this. So he really stamped himself in the boxing world.
Both boxers were careful in the early rounds, examining one another's tactics rather than jumping right into intense sparring. Roach Sr. notes that only seasoned boxing analysts or fighters may completely understand the intricate maneuvers and technical adjustments occurring during this part of the battle, which was more about outwitting the opponent than using brute force to overwhelm them.
Self in the boxing world, more so with this performance. So like I say, that's why it's bittersweet.
Is it a difficult one to take because of the controversy certainly surrounding the Tank taking the knee moment and then, like I say, not getting it on the scorecards?
Yeah, I thought we won without it, to be honest with you. I thought we didn't need that. We shouldn't have needed that either to get to the decision. I can't see him winning 7 rounds that fight.
Do you think Gervonta Davis will dominate the rematch? Or will Lamont Roach prove the doubters wrong again? Was the controversial knee just a tactical move or a genuine rematch? Or will Lamont Roach